Denigrify.
I was about to go into it, you know what I'm saying? What's up? It's your boy, loud as fuck as always, Frank Stacks, with another episode of Front Porch Talk Podcast 734. I got my boy Chuck to the left of me.
What's going down?
I got my boy AK to the right of me.
Yes, sir.
And we got a special guest here, Anel Eccleston.
How y'all doing?
Also, we got the shooter on the mic today.
Yo.
And of course, as always, we got Hood and Dro back there on the sounds, coughing and choking. Shouts out Nelly Boo. She's sick again. She hasn't dropped out on us, ladies. Don't worry. She's just sick for another episode. So y'all send shouts out and good energy to her. Well, what's been Gucci, man? What's up with all y'all? I hope y'all feeling good today. We in here drinking Hennessy. Another episode, as always, brought to you by Hennessy and some super old Hennessy that Chuck slid through.
Some 1950 bottle Hennessy.
Hey, thug life.
Couple spirits popped out the bottle. We also, of course, got Swisher Sweets and, of course, some more product bought by our black farmers because we trying to buy black. So, but what's up, man? What's up with this Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch?
Shit.
Hee. I ain't seen it. I'll be honest. I ain't watched the documentary yet. I'm scared too, because I don't want to give up my Michael Jackson music, nigga. I've been prepared to give up R.
Just
Kelly.
like I told y'all
I'm
with R.
not
Kelly.
giving up Michael Jackson though.
I'm not giving up the music regardless. He a fuck boy, just like R. Kelly, but
National
still
anthem
listening
is
to the
some
music.
fuck shit too.
Exactly. That's why I be sitting down
It's
at that
just,
moment.
either you just gonna roll with what they saying about him, or you just not gonna care. Like,
Yeah, nigga's
what
dead.
is it? Like, he's dead now. Like, what is really? If he touched him, fuck, man, it's fucked up.
Man, but they said he didn't touch him back
He's
in
never
the
been
90s.
found guilty, bro.
Right.
But
Still, nigga, R.
But-
Kelly ain't
And
been
then
found
the
guilty.
same-
But they got him on tape, though, bro.
Yeah, they got R. Kelly on.
still-
They
That's
just
what I'm
got-
saying.
but still, y'all not gonna act like a nigga.
That
it's
nigga's
just
weird.
normal to sleep with boys.
Nigga weird.
That's not your
That
kid.
nigga weird.
Thing
So-
is,
That nigga
And
weird.
not just one or two or three or four
if
or
his
five.
family said that if they would have threw him under the bus, then I could say something like that.
They ain't shit, so they ain't gonna-
But they
His-
kept it real. They
his
said
daddy is
they
the reason
kids,
he- is
they
the reason
kids
he's
was
where
at
he
the
is.
sleepovers. They was at the sleepovers. It wasn't like he was just there with little kids
Yes,
at
he
one
was.
at a
That's
time.
what I'm-
No, he
yes.
wasn't,
Yes,
man.
he
It was
was,
multiple
dog.
kids.
They were saying there
Yeah.
were some
Yeah.
parents there,
Yeah,
but
that's
some
what I'm
kids
saying.
made it to that bedroom and were in there for the
By
night.
himself.
Yeah.
By themselves, nigga, in the bed with Michael Jackson.
Nah,
Me and my
You
kid
seen
was
it?
on the couch.
Yeah.
you ain't see it. You can't believe
I
it.
definitely.
Chilling.
All right, you ain't see.
You talking about Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Well, then we got to say that about everything. Then R. Kelly and
No, we
all that
seen
shit
R.
too.
Kelly on tape.
We got to say it about everything.
R.
we
Kelly's
seen,
on
yeah.
tape.
We
Yeah,
on
hold on.
tape.
Yeah, with one person, and, and just like y'all said, she was acquitted. So
Multiple. No, I ain't say that. That nigga
let
said
me,
that
let me
acquitted.
weigh in on this a little bit. Let me throw something out there with this. We talking about taking all of Michael Jackson music off, right? Is that what we're talking about right
They
here?
already done took the damn episode on The Simpsons off.
You know, this is history we talking about that's getting taken out of our
on The
society, out of
Simpsons,
our culture. This is history, though.
Flat out.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about Michael Jackson. We going back to the black Michael Jackson. We talking
Exactly.
about the white Michael Jackson. We ain't talking about the Michael Jackson that had all the facial reconstruction.
I'm about the off-the-wall thriller Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Talking
you
about
know?
little kid Michael
Talking about
Jackson,
Jackson.
nigga.
Five,
ABC
nigga.
Michael Jackson.
My mama cried when Michael Jackson died, and like I really didn't get it until she was like, I realized they was like the same age, and she was like, I sang this song at that day they
Yeah.
played all his songs. She was like, I sang that song when I was the same age, and he was the same age at my talent show, and it was like that's what I feel like now as I get older, watching some of the artists we didn't grew up with. Where it's like, okay, now I see how somebody can feel like that about an artist or some shit. Like,
You could tell white
It's
people
weird.
hated Michael because he didn't fuck with no adults. Everybody hated Michael. He didn't
Bro,
fuck with
I just
adults.
look at like
He
he
ain't
ain't
want
had no
shit from him.
childhood.
please,
bro.
no bitches.
AK.
Stop it, bro.
Leave that sissy alone, AK. That's
Please,
one
I don't-
sissy you gonna leave alone today.
I just want children. Spring all your children.
Young and
Dro, don't you get me
Didn't he
started
have
on them kids,
Didn't he
nigga.
have a carnival in his front yard or something like that?
Neverland.
Oh
nigga.
yeah, Neverland was
Motherfuckers-
crazy.
Isn't that like red flag number 1 right there?
No, that ain't no red flag.
What you mean, dog? Come on.
Like the kids. I'll build a fucking carnival to please the kids, nigga.
Yeah, but you not gonna be running around that motherfucker with them by yourself all day and all night,
If
nigga.
the parents want to drop it off, we gonna get into some activities.
I
Exactly.
tell
But you-
niggas
but
this.
you gonna let the kids do the kids after a little bit. Let me get an hour in with y'all, and I'm going to do me. Y'all do y'all.
Nigga, I'm going to get high.
I ain't even gonna get an
Exactly.
hour. I ain't even right. I was about to say.
My point.
I ain't even gonna get an hour in with them kids, nigga. I'm gonna give a good speech, and I'm gonna get an hour in with their parents, aka their mom. Nigga, we gonna talk, whatever.
Hey man, my first encounter with like 8, 9 kids, I was a chaperone at Pat and Cam's Toledo Zoo. I had them kids doing everything, bro. Like I can literally tell these kids,
What
if
you
y'all
mean
go over
by
there and
that?
touch that gorilla, I'll give you some candy, bro. I commanded the kids with small shit. I will let y'all do y'all for this cotton candy.
It's all about, but
Yeah,
they respected your your energy and your aura though. That's
You know
why
what I'm
kids
saying?
fuck
It
with
wasn't
people
on
like
some
that.
petty
though.
shit. It was just on, like no pedophile. It was like, we gonna have fun. I'm not gonna be
Period.
this
So
you
uptight
know them
parent
kids could do
and let
whatever
y'all not
Michael
run.
said.
Well,
That's what
Michael
I'm
was
saying,
like, I
right,
don't care if y'all eat this dirt right now. I don't give a fuck what y'all do.
I'm just saying, like you taking kids to the award shows.
I be feeling like
I was popping like that.
I think my
No, not your kid. A kid.
What, she was the actress. What was her name?
Nigga.
Nicole. No, it wasn't Nicole. What was her name?
I think my biggest hold up.
She was like 15 when they went.
Nah, but I'm talking about Macaulay Culkin, and there's another dude, another random boy that was from Australia that he like just random motherfuckers, random boys.
I think
man.
Real young to the award show.
I ain't trying to
That's
knock
the
their
white guy, man.
allegations or none of that. Like I ain't trying to protect Michael, but like I feel like it'd be more of them. You know what I'm saying? Like how R. Kelly, you know, it's a slew of women. You know what I'm saying? Harvey Weinstein, slew of women. Nigga, like all these other acts,
Weinstein
Bill
was
Cosby,
weird, though,
whole
bro.
bunch
He
of
probably
women.
had to-
You know what I'm
How
saying?
many dudes
Like,
you know that's
Michael
molested
Jackson-
that's trying to come out and tell they was molested by another man?
Feel you.
When they're kids, it should be easy. But now you can't come back 30 years later.
But that's why niggas ain't
And
coming out.
the way that they put it in the documentary is like he always had one kid, and the other kid, you know, just like with women, the other person would get jealous, and
Nigga had a side thing.
yeah, and then he'd be like, "Oh no, you still my thing. You just on the side now." And he would always keep on in rotation. But
Nigga,
like,
one of the moms was like he felt like a family member.
Hey, I ain't even gonna hold y'all up. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to, but I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because I'm still rocking with Mike Jackson, nigga. The Jackson 5, whatever. So fuck whoever don't like that shit. Y'all can kiss my back ass. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
I mean, yeah, I feel the same way. I can separate the music from
Me
the
too.
person. It's two completely.
I mean, with
different
Michael Jackson, you can definitely separate.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean,
I'm
with
saying?
anybody, music is music. You can't deny your like that shit hits your soul a certain.
Man, the government killed this nigga.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
All right, I'm gonna just
hell
say,
yeah. Whitney too. Prince.
Yep.
All them motherfuckers for real.
For real.
I'm gonna just say,
You gotta
Michael's
think about
dead, so it
everybody
don't
that
really
owned their masters that was
Michael's
old in
dead.
music.
Gone.
Hold on,
It don't
time
really
out,
matter
time out,
now.
time
James
out.
Brown.
Time
all
out,
them.
time out. Nah, James Brown's just old school crazy.
Nah, but he owned his masters. That's
Yeah,
why that
yeah,
nigga
yeah.
was gone.
But
We hit you with the okey doke, send the bitch your way. Nigga.
what you say about them? What you say about them kids, Dro?
I didn't say nothing about them kids. I said fuck them kids. No,
About
no,
to
but we
say,
talking.
man.
Michael's dead, man. He got canceled by God. So you know what I'm saying? Like this dude, his music,
Right.
his music is dope, and I'm gonna keep rocking to it. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
Michael Jackson was one of the smartest human beings that
My
ever walked
thing
this
is-
earth, though.
my thing is, if
The
we
nigga
go-
had a piece of Sony, bro.
My thing is, if we gonna go, look, I'm not
Beatles catalog.
Billions.
I'm not defending. I'm not defending a motherfucker just because they black. I'm not defending a motherfucker just because they black. My thing is, if we gonna talk all this whole everybody equal fuck shit,
They need to go and get
then
everybody.
you gotta cancel everybody shit.
They need to go.
That's in allegations of that kind of shit. You gotta
Straight
fucking
up.
cancel all the Woody Allen shit out. You gotta cancel motherfucking
Elvis,
all
all
this
that.
Harvey Weinstein shit out. You gotta cancel Elvis shit out. You gotta cancel so many motherfuckers out. What's my name? Roman Polanski. I think the director named Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
That nigga who literally he's alive out here free right now. This nigga literally left, boom, jumped to Europe when he got accused of that whole shit.
Yeah.
And been out there doing his thing. Like you have to cancel all of that shit out if
I
you gonna
agree.
be
We're gonna be picking and choosing, but you know how they do
Yeah.
us. They pick and choose. But you know, shit like
no,
that.
we gonna get castrated first, nigga. We gonna get castrated and displayed first.
Some of these artists or performers are valuable to the black community.
yeah.
The white white people, they just can simply replace them with another white person.
Yeah.
Sweep that shit up.
Don't really mean, yeah.
But Michael Jackson different because this nigga had the Beatles shit. He on the Beatles shit. Like Michael Jackson on a whole nother level. Just like with Prince, nigga. They killed Prince.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jackson owned more than Prince.
Way more.
You know what I'm saying? Like owning these motherfuckers. They ain't like that shit. But yes, Michael Jackson was a weird motherfucker. But once again, when y'all go to talking all of this, having a heart for someone who went through something, that's a motherfucker you gotta have a heart for. That's a motherfucker who been performing, dancing, not having really no say so damn near his own shit since
forever. What's the
At
common
any
goal
time.
between R. Kelly and Michael Jackson?
At any time.
Their childhood was fucked up and
Fucked
ridiculed with motherfuckers controlling their every move, and you know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly, according to him,
sexually abused.
yeah, by his sister, and they would keep him.
And
they would
another person.
lock him in the, like his brother was like. She would find a reason to keep one of us in the house. Like, oh, you fucked up. I'm watching y'all. One of y'all fucked up. You got to stay in the room, and then keep one in the room and let the other ones leave. And she was like, he was like, R. Kelly would always want to stay in the room. You know, would always want to stay in the house. Like he was cool with staying in the house. Like, but that Michael Jackson shit, he was forced. Like, nigga, and ain't no telling what was going on in that house, man. Like, shit don't happen like that, and you just be all the way good. Like, think about being a childhood star from like 4, 5. Well, how old was he when he?
Like they sister, nigga. They was like what? Niggas trying to act like that one they sister or something
Yeah,
for a long time.
I mean, it's like goofy shit. Like, and then like the rumor with the well, I don't know. I guess it's really not a rumor, but with the Bobby Brown and Janet Jackson, how Janet Jackson was like, "Oh yeah, my dad can't.
Yeah, it ain't no rumor
He
no
can't
more.
have no dark nigga in you know what I'm saying?" And then you look at all of them, they start trying to get light. Like, so what's
They were all
what
they
what
all
is that?
fuck with
What
light
happened
skin
at a
motherfuckers.
young age? Like,
Except for
what are their parents telling them?
Only the ones that were light
they
were
have
the
to do
ones
the
that were
world
on
shit.
camera because all the other ones were still
But
brown.
but yeah, but even
like
them, but even them, they
Jermaine-
super like want to be European. They shit super gelled and grease want to be like.
Jermaine is only he's still black. Tito.
You don't see them niggas though.
Yeah.
I said the only ones that
You
were
don't-
on camera a
Yeah,
lot, bro.
yeah, that's
I
real.
said the only ones who were out on camera a lot were the only ones who were lightened and had that pointy ass nose and all that shit.
Cause shit, Janet
that-
fuck with a
Hey,
white
well,
motherfucker.
it looked like they cut that
Billionaire.
nigga top lip in half, just to make it look like a white person lip.
No, for real,
And folded it over,
Like,
nigga.
what kind of black you is? Even the light skin. Oh,
You look like one of the Who people
they
off
lips
of
is full, bro.
what's that
They
damn
nigga
lips,
lips is
nigga?
like they pulling their shit back.
And if your lips ain't full, then your nose is full. Like one or the other, yeah. Like
Like nigga, like you can't just have no skinny ass lips and like you full black. Like ain't no way in hell, nigga. You surgically pulled
never
your shit
heard
back.
of in the history of mankind.
No.
Or black kind.
That's a new word. You got another one.
Hell yeah.
Black kind.
Just to let us know we separated from.
But I'm gonna watch that Neverland. I'm gonna watch that Neverland soon. Cause
No man, you gotta always just pay attention. Even if you know,
Of
even
course.
when
Of course.
motherfuckers down and have their own opinion, you gotta form your own. though.
Don't get us wrong. We all got morals and values. We know what the fuck is wrong and right. But at the same time, it's like we talk about Mike here, bro. That's damn near talking about God of music.
I mean, we're talking real world shit, man. People do this shit. Like it ain't, you know. Just like when the whole R. Kelly shit hit. You know what I'm saying? You had motherfuckers who was saying, "Oh, but what about y'all girls being fast?" Because everybody was in high school and knew girls who
Right,
was
y'all
fucking
wasn't
with
saying that shit
old
when y'all was
niggas.
fucking them niggas that graduated 3 years ago.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not a defense for R. Kelly. But that's a question, though. That's a real question. And that's a conversation that needs to be talked about that ain't never talked about. And that's a conversation, nigga, when I was a young kid, I used to look at funny because I had older sisters, nigga. And my older sisters was getting in the club. Nigga, they was 16 going to the clubs in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the 90s, nigga. Like, this shit ain't new at all.
Niggas was acting like the babysitter was like 30 years old or something. No, she was only like maybe 5, 6 years older. It was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was.
You was sucking titties, bro. You wasn't like you penetrating and shit, bro. You just sucking titties. She was breastfeeding your little ass. She was
See? And here go this nigga sounding like Sci-Hi the Prince on the topic.
You hit you some nutrients. It was all good. Nothing wrong with vitamin titty. It's all right.
Groom it. That's what's wrong with niggas. See, that's what happened to R. Kelly. Nigga got groomed.
got groomed.
He got super molested.
Same thing, same thing, but no, same thing. James Brown, niggas always, James Brown was crazy, nigga. That nigga, his biography, what? That nigga, we lucky that nigga went wild and more.
Y'all don't know what we've been through.
But if you got kids, do not let your kids stay in a fucking room with
no
another
grown ass man
or
overnight
or a female on some real shit, because they get it into it and hit you with the okey doke. Like, oh, I would never do that. I'm so nurturing. No, you ain't here fucking with this little boy too. Like,
look at here,
turning him out and shit.
Look at here.
Now he got a kid at 17 because he been fucking since he 11.
My daddy just got comfortable saying like I love you in the last like 4-5 years because so many people done died in our family.
That's
like,
some real shit.
On some fucking like hugging you,
that's some, but
kiss a nigga on the cheek. My dad that one never popping when I was younger.
I ain't never
so
got none of that from my uncle.
You
like,
feel me?
Not happening.
Like
What's up,
so,
nephew? You good?
You know, like for real. My dad called me his nigga. What's up, my nigga?
But that's equivalent. You know what I'm saying? Like when you look in the eye in a certain, that's equivalent to I love you and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know the love. Like you don't necessarily have to always be like, but sometimes it do feel good to just be like, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
that shit definitely feel.
Hell yeah.
It feel way better now seeing him being able to do that
and
shit.
every time I tell one of my niggas I love you, I don't hit that shit with no pause, no homo, none of that shit because it's real.
Exactly.
yeah.
Plus, I had to understand where my dad. I had to understand where my dad come from. His dad, you know, them niggas wasn't showing no kind of love, nigga.
Hell
so,
yeah.
You know, for my dad to be able to do what he doing is
shit. That's how my dad was shit. Cause his dad died, nigga. Like he only seen his dad like a couple times. He died coming back from the war, or whatever, and then he lived with his stepdad. And his stepdad was nigga terror, like nigga was tearing their ass up, like nigga for little shit. Like he was like, and he just learned how to. He was like, when he had a kid, he was like, nigga, I'm not gonna. That's the exact opposite. Like that's why he's so cool. You know what I'm saying, Richard? Yeah. Like nigga, but when it come down to some shit, when that nigga strike the fear in you, nigga be scared to death. Like, oh yeah, I won't be doing that again.
Know when to pull it out though. That's the whole lessons you learn.
Exactly. He pulled it out maybe once or twice my entire life, nigga. Literally, like nigga, maybe when I was 5 or 6 or 7, like, and when I was in sophomore, like on some silly shit, not coming home from school, nigga. Went from Friday to Saturday to Sunday and just came home. Didn't call them or nothing. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, my mom crying and shit. Then, you know, she don't know what's going on. Like, nigga, that nigga was tossing me around the room, nigga. All type of shit, nigga. I just balled up. Like, nigga, fucking just protect the head. Like, nigga. Boy, what the fuck? Ooh, nigga. I'm literally tossing the
position.
Instantly, like, nigga, just cover up. Like, nigga, this is about to be crucial. Yeah, niggas knew from then, though.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Slide into with our guest Nelly here, and what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I just want to say I appreciate y'all for letting me sit in on this today.
You already know, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Man, I just wanted to just let everybody know, like, what we doing here is so much bigger than what you may see. Like, what we doing here is talking about real life things. You hear topics that you may agree with, you may not agree with, and that's totally your opinion, but the things that are said here, and I've listened to other podcasts in the past, it's needed to be said, and it's worth listening to, and it's worth getting the word spread out about it, for sure.
Appreciate that, for real.
No doubt.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you see a difference in the school districts in Washtenaw County?
What?
No. I'm
Is
just
this a real question?
No, I'm just saying.
Is this a real question?
Because people need to hear this shit, though, for real. They need to hear this.
All right.
So it's a real question.
For real.
All right, so there's a big difference in all the school districts in Washtenaw County. There's a big difference from Lincoln to Ypsi, from Ypsi to Ann Arbor, from Ann Arbor to Saline, from Saline to Dexter, so on and so forth. Really what you be looking at is just the how everybody in the cities live. So if you really think about it, Saline, for example, Saline got all the property, right?
Yeah.
You got to live in Saline, you got to have some money.
You got to have property.
You got to have property. You got to have money, right? All that money, all them taxes that come from that money get kicked right into that school district.
Yeah, I feel
You know what I'm saying?
And they willing to pay that. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They know what that is going into it, and that's the same thing in Ann Arbor.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Bring your ass over 23 to Ypsi, though, and let's see what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different ball game over there.
Sad, man.
That shit is very sad.
But Lincoln's starting to go up because they about to build that. They about to have a whole new facilities over there and shit. We about to get a turf, indoor track. new locker room, all that shit. New field house.
I found it,
for real.
See, that's dope though. That's dope though. You're building up the whole community with that too. You know what I'm saying?
And I found it real funny when I started coaching at Lincoln a few years ago because I didn't know it was such a rivalry. Like, of course, I know it's a rivalry between Ipsy Lincoln and Ipsy, but I didn't realize the rivalry was how,
It's
like,
deep. It's
the
deep.
city. Ipsy is the city Ipsy niggas.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck them country
Yeah.
kind of got some money,
They think
motherfucker.
they
They think they better than us.
yeah.
Like, and I got, you know, it's like I'm seeing that, and it's like, damn, like you said, that's deep. I think the one good thing now, though, is at least in the out here is these kids can like pick whatever school they want to go to.
So man, you
know.
think that, but that's not entirely true. That's not
You know?
entirely true. Though.
I don't like that.
That's not entirely true though. So when you have those athletes,
Nah, I don't like
when
that.
you have those athletes that can do that, right? You have athletes that can go from school
I'm
to school.
not thinking
and do
about it from
whatever.
an athlete point.
And I like
though.
that you brought that up because
feel
it's
you.
I
deeper-
think
it's
about it.
deeper than that.
I think about it from the kids who got to live in Ipsy,
I did
and
that.
now they can go to the Ann Arbor
I did
school.
that.
But now I feel like it's
That's
like
how I look
the,
at
Rich,
it.
I feel like it's the card they're throwing us for gentrification at the same time.
That's exactly what they doing, man. Let me tell y'all this.
But I had niggas who was doing that though, nigga, just to do it.
I was taking my
Shit.
kids from Kansas
One of my
to Ann Arbor school.
niggas had to stop hooping damn near because nigga, he was living in Lake in the fucking hood and had to be the pioneer and he had to catch the city bus, which meant he had to catch the earliest city bus
That's the
to
problem
get
with
to
that
school in the morning, nigga, which means he's up at 5 something in the morning. To catch the bus, go to school, get out of school, work a job in Ann Arbor, catch the bus back to Lake in the Hood,
It's worth it though.
and do it all again.
I had to catch the city bus from Sandalwood to Huron because I was too close for a school bus.
Shout out to Jakai for taking his daughter to Slauson every morning from Ipsy. Like, nigga, fuck that shit. You're not going to be in Ipsy
that's
public
real.
school.
That's
But
real.
go ahead, though. But what was you about to say, though?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, what you saying is good though, man. But for real, man, it's a bigger problem than all that because if you got a kid who has behavior problems, if you got a kid who has a discipline record, 3, 4, 5 pages long,
Yeah.
that kid ain't going nowhere, bro.
That's real.
Because ain't nobody accepting them.
So
You know
real,
what I'm
dog.
saying? When he could benefit from that kind of education, you know what I'm saying? But it's also another problem that's going on. When you have all them kids that's going to Ann Arbor school, you have all them kids that's going to Lincoln schools.
Yeah.
You robbing Ipsy schools. 'Cause
Yeah.
Each kid got money attached to them.
That kid's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
I
yeah.
Each kid got money attached
Yeah,
to them.
I didn't even look at it like that. That's
Yeah.
so
That's all
true,
some
dog.
numbers
So
right
that's
there.
that whole
so
leverage
real,
thing on
dog.
why you
That's
need to
so
come to school
real,
and they
dog.
want you to come to school. And that's one of
Got to be here on
Yeah.
count day and all that shit.
So count day is the day, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Each kid that go to school, you talking about almost $7,000, right? $8,000.
At Huron is 10,000 per
Nigga,
student.
in Ann Arbor, it's probably
And
like
they won't
12 or
let us
13
use the
Pioneer,
football
it's
field
like
to
12 or
play Little
13.
League.
Wow.
But you got to understand this though. Not only do you get that money for just the regular student, the special ed students, you get more money for them niggas though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's who they be. They be a bunch of little black boys
fucking
that
good.
be on special ed. You feel
And
me?
that's why they
And
trying
some kids may need it. Some kids may need it. You know what I'm saying? But some other kids may not need it. You know.
Yeah, no, I feel exactly what you're saying. It's-
But for every special ed kid, you got to up that. You know what I'm saying? $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12,000 by $3 more thousand.
Well, let's just talk about it in reality, right? Like when you say school choice, I mean, kids are going to go to the richer schools, right?
Yeah.
but some of them,
The more resources, the more resources.
That feeds back into the cycle where, the housing prices in the hood are already down because
Yeah.
they don't want to go to those schools. They don't have access to resources. So then kids are busing to the city schools or the better schools, right? That have more access, and then those schools get worse, and then the housing prices go down. Like, it's all
a cycle, hell yeah.
That's what happened in New York. Then they come in and they buy up the good property.
Yep, yep.
And they start rebuilding that shit, kicking kids out. and
But that's already what they done here, man. That's already what they done here. And then like for me, it's weird. I won't say weird, but okay, you take my mom's kids. This me, my 2 older sisters. My older sister, bachelor's, master's from Eastern Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Went to Pioneer, graduated. Woo. My sister, middle sister, you know what I'm saying? She got expelled from Pioneer. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the, I want to say the first student expelled in the county for bringing a weapon to school in Ann Arbor schools. You know what I'm saying? Because girls was on some trying to jump her shit. And you know how everybody was super tough in the mid-'90s and it was just a crazy era. And she got expelled and had to go to fucking Detroit schools because she couldn't go to no school around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but she's still smart, still graduated or whatever.
But
it's a I don't know, man. It's
so
hard.
me and
out
Mike
here,
Mike D
dog.
was talking about that shit, like when it comes to sports and shit, like so. Like if you go to, so say if you in Ann Arbor, it's so many. Think of how many kids there is. So it's maybe what you say 200 to 300 kids that's in 3.8 and above. That's graduating in the year that you're graduating. Let's just give it, So and then there's kids that's
That's out of a class of like 1,000 though.
and that's my point. But that's my point. So say if you we was 800, but what I'm saying is if you go into a school, so say if you a 3.5 student kid, you know what I'm saying, you good at grades, but you a 3.5 or 3.8 at Lincoln compared to a 3.5 at Pioneer. You farther down on the what's the name. So some people do that. So it's like, okay, I can be higher up and look like I'm better in the class, even though they realize the curriculum, but it's still, I'm not at the bottom of my class. Like you go to Pioneer, it's like shit. Like I said, 100 students plus, maybe not that many, but I swear a lot of those kids are 3.8, 4.0 and above all these AP classes. So you're not even, they don't even compare you to.
Right, man. But I still think it comes back to this bigger problem. Is like, what are we doing about our young black boys in our community? You know what I'm saying?
I agree completely.
Because we talking about these 4.0 students, right? These 3.5, 3.8.
Yeah.
Is they white or are they black?
That's true. You're right. I mean, yeah,
You know
you're
what
right.
I'm saying?
Indian, some of them Indian. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it might
you
be
know
a
what
couple
I'm
that's, you right. I mean.
So it's a big thing, man. And what people really don't realize, if you don't get your kid the services that he need, if he do need services, if he don't need services, that's straight. You feel me? But make sure you stay on top of your kid about his work. What he doing? Make sure you reading to him because
Period.
I'm gonna throw this out there. This thing that people really don't know. There's a law in the state of Michigan that has changed. All right. The law says that if you can't read at a third grade level starting next school year, right? No, I think it's 2020. If you can't read at a third grade level and you in a third grade, nigga, they holding your ass back.
No matter what.
No matter
Regardless.
what.
Thank
No
you.
matter
Nigga, we was talking about that. What episode was we talking about that?
I don't
Thank
care,
you,
but
dog.
you know I always been a fan of this whole fuck that
Period.
no left child behind.
Exactly, nigga. You
Nigga,
get
you
left
gotta
me-
sit down.
Period.
If you don't know, you gotta sit down. I don't care. And I know that sounds fucked up because I know we already
Nah,
got
nigga,
these,
that's real, dog.
we gotta jump higher hoops and all of that shit than anybody
Yeah.
else. But for real, dog, when you just let motherfuckers slide through,
Nigga, 'cause they did that shit with me. Just like, oh yeah, he can halfway read good.
What?
Like nigga, I got like, oh nigga, hold on, I gotta for real buckle down, nigga, and start learning this shit,
like
nigga.
you
What the
just
fuck?
said though, read to your child. And like I always done said on
Yeah.
multiple episodes here, that was the main thing my mom used to be on with me.
And that's one thing my parents
Because
didn't do. I love them, but
nigga,
that's
my
one thing they
mom
never
used to
made
be
me do.
like, boy, you gonna learn how to read. And I was
That's that
always in
skill that
high
you
levels.
Never lose. You never lose it because you always using it everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Everything you do, you have to read.
And when I really got to learning, like, and I knew, I ain't gonna say, but it's somebody who close to me. I know an older person in my family who can't read, and for the life of me, I don't know how you can get through any point of life not knowing how to read though.
So man, it's real life. It's real life, man. It's real life. There's people, man. There's young boys out here in Ipsy. We talking right now, man. Who you know what I'm saying? Let me kind of go back. I looked at the data, dog, from a few years back, man. And as a community, like our young boys are in 9th, 10th, 11th grade, reading at a 6th or 7th grade level. You know what I'm saying? That means our school systems are failing our students. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big problem.
Yeah, and they were talking about during the last presidential national elections or whatever. Betty DeVos.
Yeah,
right?
Betsy DeVos.
Yeah, because she started this whole school choice situation, and they said the schools have done dropped in quality like
That bitch didn't know nothing
drastically
about
since
no
then.
education
Not
system
at all.
before
She's
she
dumb
got
as
in the
fuck.
motherfucker.
So man, school of choice been around for
And that pissed me off 'cause I used to do Amway.
Time. It's been around for a long time.
And a lot of kids got little things that fucked them up and learn. Like I didn't realize I had dyslexia, like a slight version of dyslexia, till I was like 20, 23, and I figured that shit out myself. I never was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, why the fuck I can't really comprehend shit? I gotta read it 2 or 3 times, you know what I'm saying? Like if A and E is together, that shit have fucked me up. I gotta double check that. I'll think it's It might be E or A. You know what I'm saying?
Life, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like little shit like that. If it's too many consonants in a row, it'll fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? Like just little shit like that. But I realized that when I got older, watching documentaries and doing different things. Like, oh, okay, damn, I think I might have dyslexia a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know how to fight. You know, fight through it or whatever when you get older. But when you're younger, you just like, this shit frustrates you. You're like, fuck it, nigga. I'm gonna do what's comfortable for me.
Not doing it anymore.
Man, your school system failed, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have, no, for real.
That's
real
real, dog. That's
real ass shit.
That's real,
They
dog.
should have identified that shit, nigga, when you was in 3rd and 4th grade.
Yeah,
You feel
and
me?
they didn't.
5th, 6th grade. Before you know what I'm saying? Before you go into high school, because when you go into high school, man, that's when it really matters. You feel me? Like when you get to high school, that's when all your credits matter. That's when everything really matters.
Hell yeah,
That's when the law comes down on you as far as what you need to do to graduate and to go to the next level. If
That's
where
real
you're
as
going.
fuck, dog.
Nigga, so if you ain't got the services in place back when you know what I'm saying, elementary school and middle school, nigga, I'm trying to tell you, you behind the 8-ball, man.
And it's like, yeah, you cool at all this other shit, so
And
we can
that's
pass you.
not
You
your
smart.
fault.
I
And
can
that's not
see
even your fault.
you got intelligence. You good, so you just we'll pass you on because it's not like you really fucked up and you just at the bottom of the bottom. So it's like you good. We gonna keep passing you through.
But if you remember, y'all, we was the era of the ADD and ADHD tested kids. That's what we was.
See, I never got tested because I never
Yeah,
had
a
that.
lot of niggas think they ain't get tested, but at Mac, we got tested, man. When I was in 1st, 2nd grade, I
You
remember
probably
niggas
did. You
really
probably
got tested for
probably
that
did,
shit.
but I don't remember. But you
And
right.
I remember my mind was like, nah, like, ain't nothing wrong with him. My mom said ain't nothing wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it's a real issue, you know, you just talk to me. Because my mom works in hospitals. And like my mom said, nigga, y'all are 8 years old, 9 years old, 10-year-old kids. They asking y'all to sit still and pay attention
for 5 to 6
for
hours.
longer than what most adults can do.
For 5 to 6 hours.
Not only that, but they trying to give
That's
y'all
crazy,
they trying to give y'all a medication that your brains ain't developed yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not nothing right. Because when you look at the school system and how we are and how we had to sit in schools, that's very new. Our parents ain't had to.
Shit, shout out to that nigga. Shout out to that nigga Corey and that nigga Corey on Facebook. But shout out to Corey. That nigga, they used to try to have him on that reel and that shit, man. He was like, man, that shit turned him to a zombie. You know how his personality is. He would come to school, appetite lost, nigga would be quiet, walking out. He's like, man, I can't fuck with that shit. Like, I can't take it. Like, yeah, I'm a hyper motherfucker and I do this and that, but I can't take that shit, man. That shit wild, dog.
Man, man, if we can go deeper into that, man, I'm gonna tell y'all it's like this, man. I'm a social worker, bachelor of social work, master of social work, man. So let's dive, you know what I'm saying? Let's dive a little deeper into this, all right? So we talking about taking Ritalin, having people sitting down for hours like adults can do when they have their regular jobs.
Yeah, and they
right?
getting
You know
paid
what
for
I'm
it.
saying? Like they have like a regular job, you know? It's a bigger thing than that because our country was all founded off of one thing, and that's conformity, right? So when you go to schools, we one of the only countries that's sitting here making our kids go to school as the less time. You know what I'm saying? I think it's our school districts are like 184 days, 185 days.
Yeah.
Take your ass over to Europe. Take your ass over to Asia. You about to be in school for 250 days.
Yeah,
almost 300 days out
yeah,
the year. You sitting in
exactly.
school. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
But
That's
they
why
get
the
more breaks, though,
education
right,
level- I mean, they get breaks. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks, 3
But they
weeks here
learn
and there.
multiple shit, dog. A nigga hit me with some French the other day. I know a little bit of Spanish, nigga, but the nigga hit me with some French the other day, and I was like,
But I'm saying,
I paused, and he was like, "Oh, you don't know no French?" And I was like, "Nah, dog, damn."
I remember some of that shit from Madame Harris class. You don't remember none of that shit from Madame Harris class?
Hell
Nigga,
no,
with her badass nigga.
nigga. I know. I remember her badass. That's about it.
Still cold, though, nigga. Shout out. No disrespect, Madame, if you ever hear this, but you know you was cold.
But go
That's
ahead.
what we used to call her.
But that's all.
Madame.
But go ahead. That's all I wanted to put my input on that. Like you know what I'm saying? I work in the restaurant industry, so I deal with a lot of foreigners, and they know multiple fucking languages.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
like,
know
I
about
just
that.
know a little bit of Spanish. So when they'll throw out some other shit, and I'll be like,
Whatever, man.
oh, and I'll be like,
You want some
man.
water? I got you. I'll be right back.
They know in Spanish for sure.
For real,
Yeah,
man.
that shit is sad, though. It's like,
What's the anthem, Chuck?
Chuck is a black Rican.
Like a Rican. Hola, ¿cómo está?
But go ahead, man. Let's talk about how, like you was just saying, like all the other schools way more, or all the other countries got way more schools.
School days.
Yeah, man. So it's almost like our whole entire system is just set up to affect the learning process and how you can build relationships, man. Funny as shit, I saw a meme the other day where it was like towards the end of the school year, it had it on it, it said, teachers to parents, tag your it. Like, if you think about it, our kids spend so much more time in school, just like it's their job, you feel me? That they got to sit in the chair, they got to learn this, they got to learn that, they got to switch this and switch that subject. Okay, that's cool. But what happens to teaching things that really matter, though?
And that's wild because, I work with kids, too. So it's like they if you're a teacher, I'm not a teacher, so I'm not with them all the time, but I'll be doing aftercare and before care. So it's
hold on. Shout out to teachers, though.
Oh, yeah.
Teachers have the hardest job.
Period.
Flat out.
Ever.
Period.
Ever.
Period. Because you
Flat
deal-
out.
Ever. And
You
they
did-
don't make nothing, man.
So think about how many families you different with. Most, let's
Crazy.
say,
It's crazy.
Let's say half of your kids got two parents. Times that by, you know what I'm saying? So if one kid, you got 10 kids in your class, one kid that's what, two parents, that's 4 right there. Then we go all the way down. That's how many emotions and different shit they're dealing with that they got to control.
10, you said 10, right?
Dang,
30.
Goddamn
But
teacher.
no, I was just,
So I'm like, that's low ass number.
but that was my point though. How many people?
That's so many
Every
different
class
people that
I
you
was
have
in
to
it.
know. You have
Every
to
class
know
I was in
exactly.
every class I was in high school had
hardest job in the
25 or
world.
more kids. Period.
Exactly.
Every class I
Hardest
had in high
job in the
school.
world.
So that's thousands and
Fucking
hundreds of emotions you dealing with.
Yeah.
A lot of my teachers used to tell me I should be a teacher, and I told them no because I saw how hard it was being a
you gonna
teacher.
be a
You
teacher.
imagine how you used to be to a
pay.
teacher.
If you're
I
gonna
know
be
how
a
I was
teacher,
to a
you
teacher.
gotta
You know
have
what I'm
a-
saying?
And then the pay.
Masters in psychology, and then teaching is just something you want to do because you got to be able to read 30 different personalities times.
And I
many
can't
hours
cuss
a
at y'all.
day.
Yeah.
That's like
But-
200.
But my point to even say that was that. Okay, so if they at school, they getting whatever from the teacher, but then when they go home, it can all get erased because when you go home, that's your major influence. So it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Like they go back to the crib, they see this shit, they like, this is the people that love me and they birthed me, so I guess I'm supposed to be following what they doing. I'm following them, even though you going to the crib. Like some kids, you figure it out early, like, oh, they ain't tripping at the crib, they on some bullshit. Like this parent, this my favorite person. I love this coach or this teacher or this whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they raised me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but some people just like, shit, fuck y'all. Like, nigga, this my
That's just
parents.
how
I'm
we
getting
is.
wild like them. Like, you
we
know.
go to work, we don't act the same when we at the crib.
No.
So they really treat it like it's a job. It's a whole different ball game. When we used to go to school, shit, as soon as we dropped that backpack off at the crib, even if we got it with us, when we out them doors, it's a whole different ball game.
So, man, the thing is like this, man. What I tell the students that I work with, I tell them straight up, nigga, just be who you are, dog. Just be who you are. If at one point, nigga, you feel like you want to just, you know what I'm saying, go chill out, play the game, don't feel like doing no schoolwork, nigga, something like that, nigga, go ahead. That's how it is, man. You a human being just like everybody else. And that's what we don't allow. Just like
Especially
everybody
our
else,
young black
man.
males.
You
That's
have
the
to
biggest
conform.
problem.
You have to conform to what our society expects of us.
We keep making our young black males not
Why?
be kids. We don't let them be kids. We don't let them have feelings and check
Why?
out. Let
That's
them
all I'm
check
saying.
out. Let them have that moment where I don't feel like doing anything. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
Yeah,
wrong
that's
with
what.
that.
That's exactly why being in sports or something active helps, because all that ADD, all that, I don't even, man, miss me with that shit.
Exactly.
If they have something to do that they love that just keeps them active,
Good.
then they gonna be good, because they always gonna focus on that, because that's a happy time in their life when they bonding with other kids that's their age, that's not school.
Yeah, kids aren't supposed to be still.
No,
You know what I'm
not
saying?
at all.
Not at all.
Not even just sitting up
Yeah.
playing video games. We used to play Madden every once
All
in a
that
while,
shit,
but
dog.
we
Yeah,
outside.
Kids gotta be
Always
kids,
outside.
man. Kids gotta be kids, man. It's a whole
Look,
process they gotta go through. They gotta get that
do
shit
you-
out of them, because when they get into the real world, if they're not prepared, bruh, it's a
Yeah.
whole nother ballgame. And we're not talking about education system at this point. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? We're talking about real life.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
For
Do you
real,
under-
though, that's
and do you
real.
understand there is a point I was dating somebody with a child, and one time, I had to go up to their school, and one of my homies was talking about how he was up at his daughter's school and how when the kids was going to the other classes, he said they was making them walk in single file lines, and they wasn't allowed to talk to the other kids in the hallway. And I said, nigga, that sounds like jail.
Yeah, but
Yes.
look,
And he
look,
said, wait, what?
Yes.
I said, nigga, that's the same way we would do when we was in jail going to another fucking block or something. You had to walk single file line. You
But-
can't say
Crazy.
nothing to nobody.
But only reason I'm
I
push
said,
back on that
that's
just a little
scary,
bit. I'm gonna push back on that just a little bit because I be working with some little kids, and if you don't get them niggas no order, get them, they'll be running around the fucking halls. For I swear to God, if it's just you and about 10 little kids, they'll be running
so
around,
true, though.
sprinting
So
past
true,
you
though.
doing so. He's like, nah, fuck that, y'all. We not going nowhere until y'all get in a straight line. I'm not moving. I look straight up
for
there.
real.
We not moving
That's
until
real
y'all
life.
get in the line. One person to be out. I'm like, we not moving.
From the oldest to the youngest, I'm like, Pat, you lead.
But it's fucked up that we gotta do that because
That go back to parenting. 'Cause
Exactly.
They will run across the
Period.
street.
Because it's a couple kids that I could be like, we going to the gym, we walking to the gym, and they'll be cool, and they'll walk right next to me like.
Because when we was kids, we ain't had to fucking do all that
We didn't.
going to the next
We
fucking
didn't.
classroom
We
when you was
didn't.
going to art or
We
gym
didn't,
class.
dog.
When I said,
We
man,
didn't, dog. We
it's
didn't.
conformity, man.
You right, it's
It's
parenting for sure.
conformity, man.
Like,
It's the ratchet club bitches that got parents out here, that got kids out here about it. That ain't got no daddy at the crib.
But then, what happens to them kids though? The
Exactly.
ratchet club bitches.
Exactly.
What happens to them kids though?
kids
You know what
grow
I'm saying?
up, dog.
So this is what it is, man. It's the school to prison pipeline. Let me tell y'all this,
Yep.
the school to prison pipeline, okay? If you don't know what this is, let me just try to break this down real quick. What happens in school is conformity, as we was just saying. You have to sit in line, right? You have to walk in line. Who's the main kids that's running out of line, right? That's your little black boys, right? So like, man, something's
Hate to
wrong
say
with him. Something's wrong with him. You bring in a psychologist, you bring in a social worker. They talking.
But
They
they don't
testing,
even
they
look
testing.
like him.
Then he
So
turns
real,
into what?
dog.
ADHD. Boom. Now he's on special ed, right? Can't sit him down. Can't sit him down. Family won't give him any meds to sit him down, right? While suspension, expulsion. Now you out of school.
Now he in the streets.
You feel what I'm saying? Then what happens from there?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You in the streets,
That
you ain't got
life.
the resources, you ain't got the capability, the wherewithal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit is.
Don't let you be out here reading, you know, be out here 15, 16 years old reading at a second or third grade level, you know what I'm saying?
It's all bad.
It's a whole nother life for you out here.
Shit, there was a dude on North. I think it was like, when was that? Like 10 years ago. He was like, man, I got a full ride to North Carolina to play basketball. One of them schools. Nigga could not read. Period, dog. I mean, like
Bro, it's
zero.
real life.
He taught himself how to read by reading Dr. Seuss, dog.
Yeah.
Literally, it was a North Carolina. I wish it was on fucking ESPN, E60, I think.
Back
He
to the
taught himself
basics.
how to fucking
Back to the
read.
basics.
He was like, man, dog, I got the college class. I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck, like I can't.
Yeah,
I
your
got-
college professors don't give a fuck.
Exactly. He was like,
nigga.
man, I was embarrassed. He was like, so I bought Dr. Seuss book, and he's like, I literally taught myself how to read. I'm like, dog, that's sad. I'm like, how did you even get a full ride to North Carolina playing football, playing basketball? You gotta be fucking kidding me, dog. That's my point, dog. How did he get there? That's exactly my point.
That's the point.
Somebody else
the point.
took all that shit for him, so they passed people through just for whatever. It's like, no, give him that education. If you need to get held back, like we were saying, Michigan got that shit. If you can't read a third grade level, you need to get held back. Period,
Yeah.
dog.
After the fact, though, he was already in the league. He got caught though.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. So think of how many people that's not as big as Derrick Rose that did that and slid through.
But not that though. That's what I be wanting to get back to with telling these athlete niggas, like, that's why you got to be good at school, because a lot of these athletes don't be as good as the fucking Derrick Rose.
Exactly.
But they be as dumb as Derrick Rose.
For real though, that's
Man,
so
because-
real, dog.
Because you gotta
Like,
act
nigga,
right.
that's
You gotta
so real,
act
dog.
right. You gotta act right, man. You got the kids in the classroom. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. I went to school in Muskegon. I went to high school in Muskegon, man. We was the 04 state champs, man, undefeated, bruh. On some real ass shit. When I came back from our state championship around Thanksgiving, nigga, it was like 3 niggas that just didn't come back to school. Like, straight the fuck up.
Ain't like shit.
I did what I came to do.
It was gone. I was like,
I
what
did
the
what I
fuck is
came
going
to
on?
do.
Nigga, like this is the league and shit, nigga. We played our we won a
just-
championship.
I'm a
I'm gone,
legend.
nigga. I'm
I
out.
did what I came to do.
Belly, man, this school shit like mad hard.
Nigga, that shit
I'm
wow,
ready to go to school and
dog.
get money with y'all niggas.
Straight
That shit's
up,
real
dog.
life, man. That shit is real life, and the whole thing to me is just always about how can we sit back and then take accountability in our schools and can do what we can do in our schools without getting like the people that's affected to the table, man. You got to bring your kid to the table. If you got to go meet with your principal, your kid needs to be sitting there. If you got to go do an IEP, your kid needs to be sitting there. If you got to go do anything with the teacher, the kid need to be sitting there.
Well, like I had a homegirl.
Vice versa.
I had a homegirl. I had a white homegirl who went to Napid Day for her kid because her kid go to Ipsy.
Yep.
And she's a single parent. And she like, I'm always just trying to be there for my kid, just to let them know I'm there, period. She like, and now they invite everybody on Napid Day, apparently. So she was like, but it wasn't a lot of other parents there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that broke my fucking heart. Because like, when we was coming up, Napid Day, boom. Like, nigga, I know my mom popping up at some point. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by they making it so hard out here. Like, because it's like we keep saying a bigger picture. Bigger picture is parents got to work more than ever these days, man. And then you got these single parents, man. And it's so hard for them to be there. It's so hard for them to be there for everything. And it's.
But I mean, if you take that responsibility to have a kid, and you gotta be there for them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not giving them passes.
I'm not with these people that have,
passes.
I know you're not. I know you're not. But I'm just saying, like some people with, I need my time. You might not have no time. You got these kids. Actually, you decided to have that fucking kid. You could have got that boy yanked.
Yeah. And that's why I was always appreciative. That's why I always appreciated my mom, because it wasn't like she wasn't bringing like boyfriends and all that shit through. Like,
if I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be off or whatever. Like, nigga,
you know what I'm saying? For real, like, you got some shit out here, like fathers too. The niggas who out here being single fathers, they be having girls popping through. Like, if you out here being a true single father, like, shouts out E Rich, my homeboy.
Hell
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Single father shit, like, that's good.
Shout out to that nigga Black.
We need more of that. Yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Black. He said he took over a daughter that wasn't even his. Nigga, he was like his real actual daughter's youngest sister. Dad ain't shit. So he was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be dad on that too. Just to, like, keep the shit smooth and cohesive. Like, and so nigga,
because the kid is the, you know what I'm saying, the kid is the priority.
That's the biggest investment.
Period. Like, she's a part of our family. She's a part of our family now. Like, she come to all the family events, all that. Like, she wear the green family shit, all of that. Like, it is what it is.
That's
like,
the thing with my dad. Like, even though he wasn't the regular great dad, I guess, or average dad, is like people would paint. Like, I got three siblings. One actual blood from my dad. The other two no blood. But since he was their father.
Yeah,
we siblings.
Period.
We grew up together. My dad was y'all dad. Y'all mom was like a mom to me, and we share a sister actually. So,
but a lot of that shit fell off with like our generation, the people that what I'm saying, that we grew up with and all of that. Like, it's sad though, because it's like shit. We from the generation where you could go to grandma's house and everybody there and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we good. We going to grandma's house, kicking it, chilling, ain't no problems. Grandma can watch us, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't.
But that's where everybody raised each other. Like I said, we was a generation that we raised each other. Your sister, like I said, my sisters raised me.
Shit, my cousins and everybody raised me. And I'm the youngest, so nigga, my cousins, everybody raised me. Like, nigga.
Patrick, the shooter, was the babysitter. It was a lot of weekends. It was me and the shooter. The shooter was my babysitter.
Like that nigga locked us out, left us out 10 hours. We were trying to get in the house for some water. He was like, nah, y'all coming in here.
I ain't gonna let no funny shit happen. Like, nigga, it was me, AJ, and Adam. Nigga, we was riding a moped, dog. Literally, y'all ain't even gonna believe this shit, but they'll believe it. With no, nigga, literally on the rims, dog. Riding a moped on rims, dog. Just on some silly shit. Riding around, like, nigga, Ahmad see me on that bitch, nigga. Was like, nigga, what the? Start hoeing AJ and Adam, like, nigga, I got this young nigga on this bitch. What the fuck y'all doing? You know, because I'm littler, I'm smaller. I was smaller than everybody. Like, nigga, what? Get off that one over immediately. Like, nigga, that shit dangerous as hell. Like, nigga, hoeing these niggas. Like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, nigga, hoeing niggas. But nowadays, niggas will see that like, oh, y'all say
World Star.
Yeah, let me put that on. Let me take this lean. Like, let me
World Star that.
No, we G-check that. Nigga, what the fuck you doing? You got this, your younger cousin out here in danger. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing? This nigga ain't old enough to control this moped like y'all can. Like, y'all can ride it without a rim. Like, nigga, he can't. Like, but I was doing that shit, though. Without a tire. It was just rims, my bad. But yeah, that shit was ill, though.
Man, times now is different, though. That shit real life. Man, this generation we got now, nigga, is something else, man.
Yeah, this digital world is too strong.
That's
nigga.
what
real.
it is. That's what
Like,
it is,
They don't
dog.
give a fuck.
Everything
My
that's
sister
a-
be on Snapchat.
That's
all
what it is,
day.
You
bro.
having 8-year-olds with a cell phone, 9-year-olds
damn.
with a cell phone. Why are your
Knock
kids
it
that
off.
young with a
What
cell
are you doing?
phone?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
What are you doing with that?
Who you talking to?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm on Facebook. Who are you talking to?
Nigga.
Everybody, they be having more friends than
I'm
you.
a grown ass.
Who you talking
I'm
to?
a grown ass man who was in management, and I don't even talk on the phone as much as
yeah.
I see some of these motherfucking kids.
If you got 8 or
With
9-year-olds, you got a phone,
nigga.
and the only thing that can happen is I can call you. I'm going to the Verizon store. Like, look,
It's the only
thing that can happen on this phone right here is it can get a call from this number. You can't text, you can't get on internet, you can't do nothing else.
You about to get in one of them old people's phones?
Straight up, yeah, like, nigga, what the fuck, you know?
Nah, I'm getting my kids a pager.
Beep, beep.
When I beep your ass, you
Find the
call.
payphone.
Exactly. Tap your friend and then call me from your friend phone. nigga.
Because I know everybody around you got a cell phone.
Exactly, but you not
Beep,
having
beep.
one.
I'm saving all them numbers too.
Yep, I'm sending 911.
And I don't
911.
and I don't accept friend requests from kids I know.
Oh yeah.
Like from even from family members. Like I've had requests and that I don't accept them. I'm not allowing it.
See, I accept them, though, man.
I don't.
Because for me, man, it's all about that relationship that you can build with somebody that can potentially change their life, man.
I dig that.
You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you saying to them today, they might not hear you today. They might hear you a year, 2 years down the road.
Exactly just like we would.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I guess it's just like in the coaching field and working with kids and shit like any of y'all. No, I'm not accepting none.
Plus, I
of
know them personally, so I can pull up.
talk exactly.
You know,
straight up. I
I
can
can
come
pull
to
up.
you and talk to you, look to you eye to eye,
Yeah.
and check and snatch you up if I need to.
but that's your relationship with
Yeah.
them, though. You know what I'm saying? That's significant to you and
I ain't
significant
gonna hold
to
you
them.
up. I let the little homies,
be
the
there.
little homies I coach.
Yeah.
I let them follow me on Instagram and stuff like, cause I don't post no outrageous shit. You know what I'm saying? But and that's another source of communication. How I can keep up with them.
I feel you.
Just
Because
like
a lot
that.
of these kids out here, if they ain't got the Wi-Fi, nigga, you ain't talking to them. Let's be
know,
real.
That's real.
They ain't got no line.
Yeah, they ain't got no
They got
fucking
Wi-Fi,
line.
you ain't talking to
I
them.
feel you.
Let them be on a city bus or something. It's a wrap.
But you,
It's just seeing that
but you,
Yeah, your shit gonna go green.
But
and shit,
you-
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they be.
but you, I feel you. But you know the type of shit I post. You know the type of thinker
Yeah.
I am. And at the same time, like
They take it the wrong way.
you know, when that whole Colin Kaepernick shit popped off, you know, we you know, AK and our JV team that we coached, like,
Yeah.
you know, it was kids. A lot of kids was about taking that.
Yeah.
knee.
Yeah.
You know
Niggas
what
had
I'm
to
saying?
talk to 'em like,
but we
look,
also
we'll
had
do
to
it
tell
together,
niggas,
like, it
we
ain't
also
just
had
no-
to tell motherfuckers too, like, if you don't want to take a knee, you don't got to.
Yeah.
You don't get looked at no different. And ain't no playing time and all of that. Ain't nobody getting looked at no different.
Period.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
how
first
you
thing niggas
perform
had to
out here
say,
on this
like,
field.
Exactly.
Because you have some players who like, man, I don't get this knee shit. And I'm like, you know, well, you need to talk to some of your classmates and see how they feel about it.
That shit was.
I'm
real.
not gonna say how I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna I'm gonna influence you, but not in that way. When you can
Right.
learn from your
Because that's a
peers.
personal decision that they gotta make.
Period.
Like, this is something I want to invest in, and this is something I feel strongly about.
Period.
you know?
And not only that, but if your peers feel a opposite way, it's a better opportunity to learn from your peers who the same age
And-
as you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And why
Then
he
to
feel
hear
this
from
way?
me.
That's an empowering experience to have that from a friend.
'Cause
You know,
you
somebody
growing
that you
up
value,
with
you
them.
be like, man, this is my dog right here.
I'm
you
the
know?
nigga making y'all
Okay,
run
nigga, I feel what you
sprints.
saying, Your role is different. Right?
Yeah, I think the difference now is these little kids got access to the internet, so they don't even need as
Oh,
much
yeah.
game from OGs though, as we did. We was outside
No.
with
They
no
do, though.
communication.
They do
like-
though. That's the
They
whole
more.
They
They
can
do.
have the internet. And
That's true. They
everything,
need to
though,
be
but
guided to learn. Use
Because
it to learn.
It's
Yes.
no filter. We had
Yeah.
someone up a filter, like you just said. We had to be outside learning, but usually there was somebody there, like, yo,
Yeah.
chill.
was channel 69. That was the only thing with no filter we had.
And like I said,
couldn't even see it
nigga,
and
you
shit.
had to take risk. You had to be about that life that day. Like, fuck it, I'm watching that. I'm trying to watch it. Nah,
Channel 69. That was it. Only thing with no filter.
I'm saying these kids just getting.
Yeah, they got access
sp-
to everything.
No, but
yeah.
they sponges though, right? So whatever
Yeah,
you
it's bad,
influence
yeah.
onto them, they gonna soak that shit in.
exactly.
You feel me? If you let them just run wild on social media, they gonna soak all that shit in. They gonna be hip a different kind of way, you know? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but how you gonna use that in a way that's gonna make you successful?
How you
End
using
of
that in the real world?
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it really matters. Cause really, all that social media shit, fuck all that shit.
Fuck
because
it.
if you don't pay your motherfucking bills, nigga, your shit getting cut off.
Period.
Your shit gone. Nigga, that's real shit.
Period.
Yeah, and they leaving behind all this trail, so when they do get out here and look for jobs, niggas gonna be going.
What?
Right, you know? Yeah.
You did what?
Yeah, you gotta be careful about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful about that, man. But, you know, I tell a lot of kids, man, I got one that be just traveling all around and shit. I think he on a plane right now, man. I be telling this little nigga all the time, I be like, man, just watch what you do and be careful, nigga. Be yourself. Most importantly, nigga, be yourself, but be careful out here, man, because people are gunning for you. Mm-hmm. You a young black boy doing this work, doing this advocacy work for other youth in the nation. You're not just doing it in the county. You're not just doing it locally. You're doing it in the nation, nigga. You need to be careful about what you do because everybody is watching you.
I gotta come for you. You gotta imagine they was coming for all our heroes back when it wasn't no media.
You know?
So, damn. So this was.
There's always been media, right? But
very. But no. I'm saying though, like the news. What they had to do that to throw something on you, my nigga. But that's what I meant by a few episodes ago, where I was saying like people back in the day was actually more free thinkers than we are now, because they didn't have so much media blitzed upon their mind to brainwash them.
But that just looks differently, though, man. That looks differently now, because the media is blasting at these kids everywhere.
And that's what I mean. Everywhere that there is no let go.
A billboard, a magazine at the liquor store where you trying to, you know, what I'm saying,
log it into your email. They got motherfucking advertising.
But that's how you know they don't even care, because if they post something positive about young black kids graduating or doing anything positive in the community or flying around the world and doing what your young man's is doing, they would get more views. Instead of just bashing them, they just get the views from the people they want.
But that's what I mean by they come to tear you down easier. Just like from fucking Kevin Durant. Anytime Kevin Durant, or just an easy example is that shit. Like, because that's how much extra media it is now. Yep. That niggas got to answer questions
because
about the dumbest shit. Okay. All the time. Like he said, nigga, I play basketball, dog. Damn.
That shit get on a meme or something. That shit going to be a whole career. It's going to spiral out of control.
Thank you.
Colin Kaepernick right there.
Thank you.
But like you were saying, though, it was something you said like a little bit ago about them, you know, eliminating motherfuckers and shit. Like, so in the 60s, remember how we was talking about the 60s, how they eliminate, are they doing that shit? And what is it, the 2000 and
Is
the
that
teens?
your funky? Is that your funky?
No, I'm just asking, are they doing it in 2000 and teens and shit? Like the,
well, my funky is you goddamn right. So how about we go into my funky right now with that then, nigga? Because we going to get funky, okay? Yes. 2019, they still motherfucking attacking niggas. They still fucking doing all the shit they've been doing since the beginning of time.
But I'm saying, when did Whitney die?
Whitney died.
When did Michael die? When did Prince die? Was that all in the same decade?
It was all 10-year frame. If you start with Whitney,
James Brown too?
Whitney died first.
Michael Jackson died in what, 09?
Whitney died first.
I know some. If all of them is in the same
Whitney
decade, I know
died first, and
something's
with
up,
all
dog.
of them was in 10 years of each other. All of them. You gotta understand that. Like, you gotta understand this. Like, people always talking about, oh, kill somebody for money. Nigga, that is.
I mean, she was a dope
history.
head. Yeah, we ain't.
But no, that is
But
that is.
But
that is history.
that's real though.
But
She's dope. Yeah, well, come on now. I ain't supporting none of that shit.
Whatever
shit,
though. But that's history though, right? From all these kings to whatever. From all these kings into whatever. Killing is the archive. Like, that is. That things get done. That's how civilizations. That's how.
But she owned her shit. You control certain people that influence. Like,
people gotta die. You got nigga. What? I just read some shit that the nigga that killed Biggie supposedly got $13,000.
$13,000.
$13,000.
But I'm just saying, like,
the nigga who was the shooter.
13 bands to kill Biggie.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to shoot that shit up.
If I gotta do something like that, high profile, I better be able to spend money.
The nigga that Boosie was, that little nigga Boosie was paying to kill all them niggas. All them hits was like fucking $12,000. Allegedly. Gangster rap. Entertainment.
me and Pat was on it.
Please don't come after me, Boosie. Cause I know.
I seen that. That World Cup video was like, hey, where are you from?
Niggas ain't stupid though.
Leave me alone.
Niggas ain't goofy though. You know.
Please.
Okay, and he started laughing. Okay.
But
Yeah, niggas eating this. Yeah, okay.
but I mean, you look at
somebody like
you look at who we got, man. Like niggas always be trying to be like, oh, Farrakhan be speaking that real shit. Farrakhan was speaking the same exact shit he been speaking since the fucking 60s, nigga. Flat the fuck out. Not saying he don't be saying some shit
Real
we need
shit?
to hear,
Yeah.
because it's some shit we need to hear. But once again, that go back to the reality. Like I always say, nigga, we the generation that's fucked up because we was raised on some TV shit, on some imaginary shit, on some Disney Channel shit, on some shit that's
so
sold to
real,
you,
though.
on
I
some
was
shit
raised
that ain't for
outside. I
real.
ain't watched that bullshit.
Down some shit that ain't real.
Only cartoon
On
I
some
ever
shit
watched was
that ain't
Scooby Doo.
real.
everything,
life shit.
everything is happy and fairy tale. Like damn, that's why I was like when I
'Cause the sad part
I want to
with
make movies where the ending isn't a happy ending. Like,
I mean, the
nigga,
sad part with most of the Disney fucking
everybody died in the motherfucker. But that's
sad-
what happened. And nobody lived. Everybody died.
the
The movie
sad
is over,
part-
nigga. Shit.
The sad
Nigga.
part, the sad part with a lot of them Disney movies is the original stories are very more fucking tragic than what Disney
Yeah.
turned them into.
But you know,
But that was because Disney was trying to get money, nigga. and
But you
play
know
with your
Walt Disney.
imagination.
You know Walt Disney stole all of those stories. Back to my document, AK Facts. So Walt Disney stole back in the
Drake
day. He
Walt.
stole all of those stories from people that he got right now. I'm talking about Lil Red Riding, all of that shit, dog. The
And if we
how
talking
many
about
musket?
and if we talking about not listening or playing music, nigga, we shouldn't be watching these Disney movies for real.
All of that shit. He stole all of that shit, and then what he did was come up with the patent shit. He was the first person to start patenting shit. So he stole shit from people and then patented it. So then if they tried to use it,
they couldn't take it back.
out of there, nigga. Mickey Mouse. Somebody.
Entertainment-
If you go back to Mickey Mouse, there was some. It was
entertainment
a
patent.
yes. There was somebody before. There was a.
So
there
y'all
was,
gotta check that. Remember we said we doing fact check. We gotta see
Before-
if that nigga Walt was
before
the
the
first
actually
nigga
Mickey
to start
Mouse,
that
there was somebody-
entertainment patent shit.
there was another little mouse that tail was longer and it looked just
Yeah.
like in Mickey Mouse,
Yeah.
but he lay a little fatter.
And he stole
Walt
that.
Disney
I
stole
heard
that.
that.
Bam,
Yeah.
patent that shit. You out of there. If you try to
Yeah.
use some shit like that, nigga, you got to pay me. He did that for everything,
Yeah.
and that's how all that patent shit started.
And he
And that's
hated
why
Jews.
Disney is that shit. Like
he
nigga.
was black.
and he probably was fucking with boys too.
He was
like
a nigga
like
too?
motherfuckers.
He was black.
Walt Disney wasn't black too.
Stop it! No,
Fact
no, he was
check
not
that
no
too.
nigga. He definitely was not no
I
nigga.
gotta
Hell
fact
no.
check that.
Nah, hell no. He wasn't no nigga. He might have been passing though. I don't know. Back in the day, you know how they did. He might have been passing.
He wasn't white dude.
He passed the brown
He
paper
might have been
back.
passing. And matter of fact, shout out to them niggas that was passing that got their bloodline going.
What you mean? That's to getting their shit tested?
No, that was passing as white and fucked some other, and kept their bloodline going. Go, nigga,
I guess.
what do you mean? Shit. I mean, shit. Either that or get killed. What, nigga? Shit. Either that or be a slave, and then nigga, your bloodline don't go
I mean,
nowhere.
Like, I'm just saying, shout out to everybody. Like, this is fucked up. That's what I be trying to tell niggas. Shout out to everybody. This is wild shit.
Passing.
Like
nigga.
I said, bro, like we get this.
Some niggas right now came from putting niggas.
Niggas don't. Niggas don't want to. Oh, it ain't no conspiracies. This, why? What? Like I said, dog. My nigga B. When his nana, like he told me his nana picked cotton. Like that's when you really realize, bro. Like time, the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you want to fact check this, you can fact check this, nigga. All the Ann Arbor schools were integrated to the 80s. All the Ann Arbor schools was not fully integrated. That means a black motherfucking student in all of them. And today, community had black students back in the day because a lot of our relatives went there back in the day. But all of them wasn't integrated to
That's
the
real.
80s, nigga. We was born in the 80s.
Yeah. That's real.
The fuck?
Got yearbooks from now.
That's real as fuck,
Because
dog.
Uncle Julian went to Forsyth with
Born in the 80s, bro.
Forsyth.
Like,
He went to Uncle Julian went to Forsyth.
That's crazy.
Like that's what we really don't like to accept, and that's sad. Because once again, like we talk with mental health, we want to be happy. You don't want to think of this negative shit.
Because it just fuck you up. Like damn, my best friend is white, but I gotta hate him too because some other shit. Like
real.
damn, but it's like fuck that. He
For
cool as
real.
fuck. I ain't never seen no bullshit from him, nigga. 30, 40, you know what I'm saying? Like 20 years, like fuck that. I'm cool with him. Like, and niggas be trying to, you was kicking it with them white boys. Like, yeah, I was kicking it with my nigga that I grew up with since fucking kindergarten. Yeah, I'm cool. Like, nigga, I know he down for me. He ain't gonna do no bullshit. Like, some of y'all niggas from the hood, I don't know. Like, y'all niggas might be on some funny shit. Like, nigga, I'm saying I don't love you, but nigga, you know what I'm saying?
And it's hard for me to like think of a specific conspiracy that I want to think of on a nigga right now because a lot of niggas want to, like I said, they want to go to this R. Kelly, Michael Jackson shit. I don't want to touch that shit as straight conspiracies because like them niggas was always weird. Yeah, it's always been evidence of them being weird before this shit that's coming out.
Everywhere you look, though.
But it's exactly, it's conspiracies everywhere you look. And y'all niggas know I always been a conspiracy nigga, and niggas even looked at me crazy when I used to always post that shit on social media, nigga. But like, I mean, you don't know if you want to really go on like how we go on evidence in a courtroom on what is what, then you don't know shit.
Nothing.
Yep.
You ain't been to space. You don't know nobody who been to space, so you can't say. There is a space like they tell
nigga. You ain't, nigga. Nobody ain't never seen or touched or felt, nigga, Jesus or God. So, man, we gonna go there.
You know, like whatever y'all like. Everything's a theory. Even the Big Bang is a theory. Everything's a theory. Shit, yeah. That's why I don't like to just like try and diss people on shit. But like I said in the one episode, nigga, you want no nigga that average like no B in science? I don't want to hear you trying to tell me the Earth is flat. And all types of certain shit. Like you better come up with some better Like you got to come with something to me that shows me like you didn't study something. Like some niggas was arguing the other day on some Facebook shit about nigga, we ain't from West Africa, nigga. We always been here. Woo woo woo. I'm not against that, but if you don't say the word Pangea on a way that we possibly was here, or you don't even acknowledge Pangea. Or you know what I'm saying? Like
everything was connected.
You know, and even with Pangea, I can admit, nigga, that's just some shit we've been told.
That's true.
At the end of the day,
that's some
but
shit.
It
that's
makes
just
sense.
That's some shit the white man
from
taught
what
us.
This map shows. It makes sense, but once again, you go back to niggas who own conspiracy theory shit. They say that whole map is fake.
Exactly, and that's the
you
same.
Know what I'm saying?
And that's the same person that taught us Christopher Columbus was the first person. Like, nigga, no.
What's real then, nigga? Fuck it, then. Nigga, I can say whatever then.
Exactly, and that's where everybody done got to. Oh, I'm questioning everything. Fuck it.
I'm smart because I'm questioning everything.
What's the air? Is this oxygen? Is this actually oxygen that I'm breathing in? Like, nigga, y'all niggas going too far.
So,
now,
like, that's what I mean by, like, nigga, nah, like, you can piece some shit together, man. Like, we ain't never gonna fully know no motherfucking answer until you die.
That's real.
Literally.
And even
until you die.
And even then, you might shit, nigga.
Or you get close to the answer and you gonna die. Because
right.
they're going to kill you.
Right.
I don't want you to find that.
Right. Right. Shit.
That's why you got to have a spirit. Like, nigga,
like
you got to have a spirit, nigga.
Right.
It ain't about religious shit. It's about having a spirit, nigga. Whatever touches your soul and your spirit, nigga, what you doing, working, or who you touching or who you affecting, like, nigga, you feel the difference. Like, nigga, when we coaching, you can, you know what I'm saying? A kid touch you or call you or text you like, thank you, this and I appreciate it. Like, nigga, that's what I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? Like, your niece or your nephew get older and they be like, thank you or I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do this shit for.
Like, the only conspiracy I could throw out there, and for me, I feel I can verify without proof. You know, is that we are all the actual bonds and true assets of this fucking country, and that's why whenever you get on any of the money shows or that net worth talk shit on any of the TV shows and podcasts from these white men, they don't talk about the true what made America rich.
Yeah, of course. They never.
Because even if you take...
Never.
Because like I tell a motherfucker, even if you want to take the racism out of it, nigga, right? You want to talk that Irish slave shit? Y'all don't even talk about that. If your country got rich off of niggas working for free, you have to fucking include that when talking economics.
We don't want to do that, though.
And they never do that.
No. We don't want to do that. No. That'll look too bad.
We'll blame it on
That'll look
everything else in the world.
It just happened out of nowhere.
Other than the fact we got rich off of free fucking labor and stealing minerals and resources from the next place.
In multiple ways, though, because you got to think about Mammy that was raising these people kids. So you mean to tell me I can't piss where you at. I can't drink from you, but I can raise your kids and feed your kids.
Nigga,
What type
you
of shit?
can't drink
That don't
from
even make sense.
Hold on, I can't
Think about that logic.
I can't drink from the same water fountain, but I can breastfeed your fucking
Exactly.
child,
I can
my nigga.
cook your food and breastfeed and raise your kid,
Our mental health in this
but I
nation.
can't go to the bathroom or use the same. That don't even make sense.
Don't make no sense.
What's the logic behind that? Like, come on, man.
Denigrify. They won't
That's the
tell you the
conspiracy.
logic,
And that's the
because they
conspiracy
don't
today.
want it.
Denigrify, like we've
Out.
talked about before. They will
Nigga.
take out all the blackness that there is. They literally will.
nigga.
Like, it fucking fucks me up sometimes hearing certain people talk about rap music, because it'd be like, yeah, rap music's supposed to transcend. And,
Yeah.
But sometimes I can tell you don't even understand it because you're not from the culture.
Yeah, it's over your
So
head.
that
It's
music
all
just sucks
conformity,
to
man.
you.
Yeah.
It's all conformity, man.
Like, a lot of rap music doesn't suck to me. A lot of it's good. I just got a preference because I can understand it all. 'Cause
And then
I'm
even being from the culture,
Yeah.
you can interpret it multiple ways. Like I could say a word right now, and that shit could get interpreted 5 to 6 different ways,
course.
depending on where you from and what era and all that shit.
Right, that's
You
why
know?
your words have power, man. That's why we trying to make sure people understand that. You gotta always understand that whenever you put something out in the universe, that should come right back to you.
Yeah, I could say a word
Right
and it
back to
get
you.
misinterpreted all the time. Thug life.
Exactly.
Always get misinterpreted.
This nigga be thugging.
From Tupac.
The hate you gave, little offense, fucks everybody.
Just so y'all know, that's what Tupac was saying. He wasn't talking about, oh, I'm a thug out here in the streets. No. He was talking about what? Say it again, Richard.
The hate you gave, little offense, fucks everybody.
Like,
Or the
that was
hate
his
you
whole
give little
thing.
infants for evil.
Y'all give us this energy and that shit. This is what turns out.
And that's why y'all niggas gotta be good to the women y'all impregnate. 'Cause that's a vessel. Can't have no bad energy like that, man.
Thug
During
life to
that
me
process.
mean you out here knocking down all the obstacles that's in your way. You smacking it like there's somebody you hate right in front of your face. Obstacle 1, obstacle 2, and you just succeeding without any cause. That's thug life.
What's funky your way, AK?
So, for those who don't know, I started a yoga class at Hungry Hustle this week. Well, I've been doing it, but
Black
I started
owned gym, Hungry Hustle.
Saturday when my fam was up there. I did one Saturday 4 o'clock and this today at 11 Sunday. So my aunt was talking about how she seen she seen some shit online, or they was, I guess, playing music with some of the yoga place she was at. But have y'all heard of some shit called trap yoga, nigga?
Yes, I've heard
No.
of that shit, bro.
Dog, I was nigga.
I've heard of
weak,
everything
dog.
trap but yoga.
Nigga,
They
I
got
was
trap
weak,
yoga, nigga.
dog. I was weak, nigga. She was like, yeah,
damn it.
and she was trying to like, she was like, yeah, this is a real thing. I'm not just saying this. I'm like, dog,
I
was
can't
too
do
sick.
no yoga to trap
yoga,
music, nigga. How is this possible?
And that's what and that's what she was saying. She was like, I can't, like, I'm trying to be relaxed. I can't do no
I
trap.
need air. I need some soul, nigga.
Like, okay, maybe if you doing some shit right before the game or something, but nigga, trap yoga? What? How you do trap yoga?
Oh man,
Playing and not playing the soft either.
this sounds like some Atlanta
That's what I'm
invention.
saying, nigga. I was like, dog, trap yoga. So you said you have heard of that.
I have heard of that, man. I've actually heard of that being used like in the schools, though, man.
What?
So maybe that might be
man.
a good way to get the kids to just introduce you to
No,
yoga.
no, it's not even just about the yoga piece, because yoga helps you center your mind. So when you
That's
have
really
these
what it's
kids,
all
you know
about.
what I'm
That's
saying?
all.
It's about centering
That's
your
all
mind.
yoga's
Yeah.
about. AKA for people
so
who
you
think
put
it's
that
all
in the
about
schools.
stretching.
You put that in the schools, man, with some trap music with that you know, it attracts the kids. So
That's
that's where I saw that. That's where I saw that.
I still I mean, I can't get it. I'm too old school to get that, but maybe the young niggas, maybe that'll do it for them. But it's like the trap yoga, nigga. What?
All dudes in one class.
I mean, like
Don't get distracted.
I can't imagine listening to
I'm just saying.
can't imagine listening to T.I. What's that city?
Trap
CD called?
music.
No, but it's another city.
24.
There we go. You already know what I was thinking about. I can imagine listening to 24. It's like they're doing yoga. Like you getting hyped. Like, damn, I'm supposed to be relaxing, breathing and shit. I'm getting hyped. But I mean, I guess they so used to being stimulated by everything. Maybe they can relax to the trap. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel what you saying though, because if I heard some trap music, I'm like,
I'm hyped instantly.
you know,
Like,
ready
yeah,
to
I
play the
can't.
game or something. Like, nigga, it's time to go. You know, but
Yeah,
man, they responded well to that shit, so they put that shit in their class, man.
that's real though.
what I'm
See,
saying?
maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the new
Yeah.
thing for the young.
Yeah,
the
we had
youngins.
that. I had put on a youth summit in Ypsilanti, man. And then when I put that youth summit on, man, we had the trap music going and the other trap yoga going. Man, the kids was in there, dog. I'm talking about. We was like
Turned up, dog.
We had 120 kids come to that, right? So it was like 60 kids. I was turning kids away, man.
Oh,
we had
wow.
so we had to run it twice. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we tried
like
to
just
get-
come back. Yeah.
Yeah, the second round, you know, that kind of stuff. But like.
Damn.
It was real, man. The kids liked it, so I felt like the way that the music was going, it was the way that the kids can respond to that.
That's
So y'all was like bumping
Meet
trap
them
music.
where they at. You know what I'm saying? Meet
Yeah,
them where they at.
you gotta meet. Yeah,
That's
hell
what they want to
yeah.
listen
Right.
to.
Communication,
Yeah.
connection.
If we play this and y'all listen to us, bet
Communication and a connection, man. That's all
Exactly.
this shit is.
Exactly.
at the
It's
end
all
of
about the
day.
relationship. It's all about the relationship. You
That's
gotta
some
make
real
sure that
shit,
the
though.
foundation is good. So
It ain't necessarily about you and what you wanna
exactly.
hear. Hell yeah, that's real.
They got a voice too. They humans too. So
Hell yeah.
you gotta listen to what they gotta say because some of them got some important things that you would never even think about.
Yeah, that
what
trap
I'm saying?
yoga, nigga.
Like for real, you know.
How many ratchet club chicks out here doing trap yoga with their kids?
None. And that's the sad part. They need to be. They just be shaking their ass while they with them, though. That's what they be
Hold
doing.
this baby while mommy twerk.
Right.
Oh, this baby.
Hold this camera.
World Star. Baby, we talking about World Star. First world
What did your
world
mama do? She
star.
twerk
So I
in the
remember some
camera.
shit I was trying to talk about last time, and nigga, you know, I be.
My mama twerking the camera.
So remember, I forgot what we was talking about. We was talking about basically what we was just talking about. Ratchet club chicks being, nigga. I know y'all heard it. This was happened a while ago. I know y'all heard about the store where you know the Asian dude punched out the black chick or whatever
Yeah.
in the store, and then the dudes was protesting like fuck that. The next day they put shit half off.
And
The
all
hoes was in the store, nigga. In the store, nigga. We buying this weave, nigga. We walking through the protest like, bitch, what? These niggas out here protesting for y'all, and y'all said fuck it because of the weave. Like, what type of shit is that, dog? You gotta be
Look at
fucking
here.
kidding me, dog.
Look at here.
they was smart though.
No, fuck that,
Them
nigga.
Chinese people knew what they was doing.
Yeah, you know they know. Yeah, you already know.
Slash these prices.
Yeah, you already know.
Right quick.
These
Still
niggas,
cracking.
these niggas gonna love us again, but
You have
they
all.
don't
You
give a fuck,
have
y'all just
half
punch
off.
Sneak that bitch right back up on him.
Why you punch her? Why you punch
Sneak that bitch
her?
right back up now.
Why you punch her? Why
but
you
he-
punch her?
But I ain't condoning nobody's.
Half off.
But
Half
but
off.
she did mush him too. Like you know, like like okay, this is a foreign motherfucker. What you? They don't play that. Nigga,
Right.
they run. They run. They don't play that shit. Nigga, boot. That nigga came with the right. It was so quick. Wow. Before nigga. Now she acting like a female. What?
Look.
He just hit me,
He hit me.
bitch.
Like you
Nigga.
just popping off at the
So
mouth.
them niggas up there protesting. Fuck that. We shutting this shit down. Half off. Oh fuck that. We need that weed, bitch. I need that
The
shit.
28 and we
Nigga.
wavy.
Nigga, like dog. That
I
shit's
need
sad,
the
dog.
Brazilian. Oh, you
Sad. Like nigga, when we go get that bundle.
Jesus couldn't save everybody.
Nah, but fuck
I
no.
wasn't saving that. He ain't had
Just
nothing to do
saying,
with that.
Jesus couldn't save everybody.
It was
So
connected
we ain't
that-
saving
that-
everybody.
No,
But-
not
Jesus was a nigga.
But y'all niggas ain't shit though. Y'all no, they niggas was standing up for y'all.
I was
Like
like, fuck y'all, but let me get that 28-inch though.
for real.
Fuck y'all, but let me get it for the half
Y'all
off.
niggas.
This is shit. You know, I gotta keep my shit
They
tight.
But look, they're gonna get it for that half off and then resell it wholesale that next day
Yep.
out the trunk.
Yep.
Come up.
Right, to come up.
Nigga
Come
Pat
up.
is in the
Can't
hair
hate on
game.
that.
This nigga
Can't hate
Pat
on
do
that.
be seeing what go down in this hair game.
Damn, look at it that way. That might not be a bad idea then.
Man.
Just everybody just be involved in.
That's
Fuck it.
fucked up.
But that is fucked up.
Once
though, that
again,
that
that's
happened,
back
though.
to what though? That's back to money. Make the world whatever
I
the
never
currency
seen it.
is,
If
my
y'all
nigga.
seen that Chris
Whatever the
Rock-
currency
y'all
is
seen that
popping,
Chris
nigga.
Rock,
Niggas
that
gonna
good
get
hair?
that dollar,
When
dog.
He was over in India and they was showing all them people.
Oh, yeah,
that
that good
were-
hair shit,
They
yeah.
sacrificed their hair.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Then they go over there, they get it for nothing, come back, sell it for the bands.
Yeah, hell yeah. They go that shit long as
For
fuck.
the band, and they're sacrificing
Down to they
it.
pinky toe and shit type
cut
shit.
it.
Like,
Right,
that
and
shit
in
be
their
long as
culture,
fuck.
they
They're
sacrifice.
sacrificing it. We
That's
go
what they
get it for
supposed to
nothing,
do.
come back here and sell it for
And
thousands.
over here, we like, yo,
Like, man.
put it on
hair
a
ain't
bitch.
no sacrifice. come up off that.
Some of that shit ain't real. They buying hyena hair.
But the shit that killed me is a lot of chicks actually
Some of
got
it is
hair
pet
up under
hair.
that weave.
They don't want
They
to wear
do
the
though.
nappy.
Bitch, you actually got no
some
discipline.
long hair, yeah.
Bitch,
Shout
you
out
got
to the women that wear that afro.
bitch, nigga.
Yo,
wear
I
that
love the
afro.
women
Like,
that
bitch,
wear
you
that
actually
afro.
got good fucking hair. Take that
Wear
weave
that
out and
ball.
just get disciplined. Like, okay,
short
1 or 2
hair.
days you might add a rap and you might just look like a Harriet Tubman, be a slave walking around, but fuck it. Other days you good though, bitch. Other days you beautiful as
You
fuck.
ain't gonna
Like
diss Harriet, nigga. She wasn't just walking around.
Harriet Tubman look like a nigga.
She ain't had time to look good. She was shooting niggas, nigga. She ain't got time to look good. She wasn't trying to sell pussy, nigga.
Harriet Tubman look like a
She
nigga.
wasn't trying to bust it open for these niggas, man. Ain't he? I told you. Wow. Chuck, what's funky your way? Dog, what's funky on the north side? This nigga can't. Harriet Tubman about to pop out that bottle, nigga, before we all leave and shoot your ass.
Shit, nigga. Fuck that. I'm going with her, nigga. Shit, I would have took that track with her, nigga. Fuck
Hell
it.
yeah, I'm not getting shot. She was shooting
Getting about
niggas.
this motherfucker.
We need a movie about her.
Just for the record, I would have been a statistic on the slavery because I wouldn't have been going for that shit.
I think if I could have did that shit like her, I'd have did that shit 1,000,001 times.
Man,
For real. It's
Grabbing slaves, nigga, doing that.
straight up.
doing the dash. Has Harriet Tubman came to be called doing the dash? Jesus Christ.
Nigga, we got to patent that too.
I
Nigga.
gotta go to the. Oh my God. Communication, I guess. Communication, whatever.
My funky five for today is why do most women only think that it's men that's mentally ill and they don't believe that they can get mentally ill?
Because we the cause of their mental illness, nigga. That's why they believe that, nigga.
So
too.
that don't mean
Me
you got to
too.
be mentally ill to make a bitch mentally ill.
Nigga, mentally ill from Amityville. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's real, though. Oh, shit, damn.
They don't want to
It's a
acknowledge
fucked up
it.
Almost like a
cycle,
cycle.
dog.
Yeah, hell yeah. It is.
That's why I was saying that daddy shit, bro. You gotta.
Right. They're raised for them to get everything handed to them, bro. And me having a daughter, I give my daughter, man, everything she put her hands out to get, bro. But as women, when they're little, they just get everything, so they naturally spoiled. So when they get told no, they have a heart attack and like damn near die. Like, no, like really? Like, dog, you better chill out.
This
chill out.
nigga
I
got experience
I'm
right
not
here. He
playing
got
with that.
baby mama, so he can talk on that. It's. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I don't know. The way we done got to what men are, and just this whole the way group thinking is. Like, I tell girls I talk to, like, that's one of the first things I try and get into is what is your whole idea of a man? Like, because every girl got a different view of what a man is. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into that whole thought process first on what your whole thought process on what a man is. Like, and we'll go from there. But
It's all a different language, though.
yeah.
It's like two separate languages because
Hell
you can
yeah.
sit down and talk to a girl and be like, "Listen,
I said
this is what I'm looking for. This is what I need."
And they heard
then all-
something totally
Totally
different.
different.
And run
Like,
with
hold on.
it.
Did I not
And it
say
don't
it?
matter how many times you tell her.
In the
She's
same
going
way.
to hear the
Yeah.
same shit
Hell
she heard
yeah.
every time. But you said you meant.
Man.
No, that's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
Yeah,
and
said
I meant
that-
what I said.
Yeah, like
Right. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in again. And once again, man, be out here and be active in this community. I see a lot of people, social media warriors. Cut it out. Get out here and get active. And you don't even got to do that much to be active, for real, for real. Like, just be out here, be an open ear, be a voice that these kids need that you didn't have when we was coming up. Because there's a lot of game that we shouldn't have been taught.
Yeah.
A lot of game that we wish we would have knew.
And when you teach motherfuckers now, they look at you like, damn, this motherfucker for real. Like, no, I'm just teaching you some regular shit. Y'all supposed to know this already. Like,
Yeah.
like me as a coach, or I shouldn't be telling you this. Your parents or whoever should be hipping you to game. Like,
And we really got to get on these kids and remind them that this life is hard for everybody because these
this social media life making them think that it's all about having these material things, which is a big part of the reason I think you have this depression and people feeling like, oh, I'm not doing what I need to be doing, when they don't realize shit is hard out here.
Yeah,
so
struggling.
we gonna wrap it up. Y'all get back to us. We'll be tuning in next week, St. Patty's Day. That shit gonna be very live. AK got a special guest for us.
Sir.
Supposedly it's Thanos or some shit. I heard it was Thanos.
Whoever that is. Y'all niggas.
It
really ain't even.
He don't watch nothing.
It really ain't
you don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck you talking about, nigga. Thanos, what the fuck, nigga? That's a made up character, nigga. I put on that I created when I was drawing, nigga.
Man, get up under that rock.
Nigga, I don't fuck with none of that bullshit, nigga. Nigga, I don't fuck with none of that futuristic shit, nigga. I need real life shit intangibles, nigga.
Denigrify. They won't tell you the logic because they don't want it out.